Right, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about diet adherence. So hundreds of thousands of people every day start diets, not many people finish them. It's the middle bit, sticking to the diet, what's the tough bit. So what I'm going to do, 7 tips, what we use with challenges, online coaching, PTs, to keep them on track, keep them targets going, and keep you sticking to that diet. Right, step number 1. Firstly, we want to have realistic expectations. So, yeah, you want to lose 5 stone, brilliant, you can do it. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a month. It might take a year, 2 years maybe. But it will come off, slowly but surely. You just got to stick to it. Set short-term goals, little ones. So, at the end of this week, I want to lose £3. By the end of the month, I want to have lost, I don't know, £10 maybe. 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 16 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever. That's why the challenges work, because you have a goal for the end of the challenge. Doesn't mean after the challenge you fall off. So set those little goals, and all those together are going to aim for that long-term goal. So tip number 2, what we've got is set your environment for success. So basically that means get rid of all the shit at your house. So everyone on a diet, don't matter who you are, if you say you don't struggle on a diet, you're lying. Everyone's going to have down days. So if you're having a bad day on a diet, you're starving, you want some food, and there's a chocolate bar there, you're going to eat it more than likely. It takes a lot of willpower to not. If you get rid of all that stuff out of your house, surround yourself with people who also want to challenge, who's also wanting to change their bodies, who's also motivated, you're much more likely to stick to it, and it makes it a lot easier. Step number 3, you've got to fit the diet around what you're usually eating, similar. So that doesn't mean if you have KFC, McDonald's and Burger King as your 3 meals a day, stick with that. No, that's not going to work, obviously. What you've got to do though is similar to what you're usually eating. So if you like eating breakfast, don't go on intermittent fasting and skip breakfast every day. If you normally eat a lot of carbs, don't completely cut carbs out. Bang your fats up and go keto. If you flip your diet on its head, you're going to struggle and you're going to fall off. So keep it similar to what you're normally having. So you're not hungry in the morning, that's fine, we can go intermittent fasting. If you like eating carbs, again, it's fine, we can tweak it a little bit, bring fats down, not proteins. Stick around what you're usually eating, and it makes it a lot more easier. Step number 4 is sleep. Sleep's massively underestimated in dieting. So you've got 2 hormones what control hunger. So we've got ghrelin, what makes you hungry, and leptin, which reduces hunger levels. When you don't get enough sleep, it completely messes with both of those hormones. So poor sleep decreases leptin, which stops you getting hungry, and also increases ghrelin, which makes you hungry. So it's not a myth. It's scientifically proven that if you're not getting enough sleep, you're going to be more hungry. So simply get at least 8 hours sleep a day. It's going to massively improve your diet and make it a lot easier to stick to. Step number 5 is track your progress. I can't stress enough how important it is to track progress. So if you don't know where you started at and where you're going on this journey, how do you know where you're going to finish and if you're on track? So simplest one, it's not the best because it does fluctuate, but look at your weight on the scales. So is your weight dropping weekly as you want it to? If not, why? And then you can look back at your diet and it keeps you on track because your weight's not dropping. Also, you've got pictures in the mirror. That's probably the best one, and what we look at most is how your body's actually transforming. When you see those physical differences what you make, it's more likely that you're going to want to stick to that diet when you see yourself making changes. But we've also got things now like Fitbits, Apple Watches, tracking your steps and calories, what you're burning each day. Yeah, it's alright saying, I want to get fitter or I want to move more, but if you actually quantify it and put a target, so I want to get 15,000 steps today, you've got a target to go for, and then that day you're going to get them 15,000 steps no matter what. Next week you want 16,000 steps, 17,000, 18,000. So you do keep progressing if you've got a quantifiable target to aim for and a goal. Step 6 is have a moderate deficit. So we don't want to completely drop your calories down. So you feed people and I'm on 800 calories, I'm on this, I'm on that. It's not going to work, you're going to fall off after a week. So if you're at 3,000 calories, we don't want to drop more than 10 to 15%. Same for whatever your maintenance calories are. When you work it out, dropping more than 20%, you're unlikely to stick to it. It's going to be too difficult. So 3,000 calories, for example, average-ish male, dropping no more than 3 to 4, 500 maybe calories. Anything more than that, it's going to be too difficult. You're going to be starving yourself, and you're going to struggle. Yeah, you'll lose weight, but 3 weeks in, you're going to end up falling off, and it's not going to work. It's pointless. So moderate deficit, small cuts, small changes, but gradually over time we're going to make those changes. Tip number 7, one of the most important ones for people, is look at your calories as a weekly total. So we're dropping 300 calories each day. We'll have that calorie deficit by the end of the week. So the point I'm getting to is that if on a Tuesday you eat a cake, doesn't mean completely scrap the diet, we'll start again on Monday, because you can get back on track. So you have a cheat, you have a cake on a Tuesday. Wednesday, do a bit more cardio, eat a bit less food, you'll be back on track to get that calorie deficit by the end of the week, just by tweaking the Wednesday. You don't even need to look at the rest of the week. So some people have a cheat, and then it's like, oh, messed it up now. Start again, keep eating shit for the rest of the week, and start again next Monday, but it's stepped miles back to where they were before they started the diet. So stick to it, get back on track, and you can still sort things out. So there's 7 tips. Give them a try. Hopefully it'll help you stick to your diet. Understanding why you're falling off ultimately is going to help you stick to that diet long term, which is what we want. Those little short diets, little fad diets, they're not going to work. You look at it as a lifestyle. Sticking to it long term is going to be more beneficial for you, health wise, body wise, and you're keeping that shape year round. If you need any more advice, drop us a message. We've got a challenge upcoming in 2 weeks, starts the 1st September. All those tips are included in our challenge, so you get all that, plus your diet made for you, your training programs, all the support, including those tips on the challenge.